This is example number 4, found in your offline activity applications using rational equations. A car travels 180 miles in the same time that a truck travels 120 miles. If the car's speed is 20 miles an hour faster than the truck, find the car's speed and the truck's speed. Make sure you answer both questions. We have one piece of information that is very important. We know that the time that they travel is exactly the same. So we know that the car's time is equal to the truck's time. We want to set our time ratio here equal to our truck's ratio over here. Now, how do I know that it's a ratio? Well, that's because this is a distance, rate, time problem, and I know that I'm working with distance equals rate times time, but I want the time to equal the time, so I need to find out what time looks like. If I solve for time, I get that time is equal to distance over rate. So it's coming from this equation, but since I knew it was time equals time, I solved for time so I could see time is really the distance the car travels divided by the rate of the car is equal to the distance the truck travels divided by the rate of the truck. Again, a proportion. Now, what do I know? The car traveled 180 miles. So right here, I have 180, and the truck traveled 120. Both of these are miles. The car's speed is 20 miles an hour faster than the truck, but I don't know either one. I just know that the car is faster, so I have to choose which one I want to solve for. It really does not matter. If I say, okay, I don't know the car, and I put an X here, I know the truck is slower, so I would put an X minus 20 for the truck speed. Okay? Or I can say, you know what, the truck is unknown. So I'm going to make the car faster. Now, you'll notice I put an X up there. I'm not overly fond of X's because when I get done, I don't know what the X's are. So I'm going to put an R there as my unknown. It's totally up to you which one that you would like to use. But now I have a proportion. One fraction equal to one fraction, so I can use my cross product. 180 times R is equal to 120 times R plus 20. So 180 R is equal to 120 R plus 2400. Subtract my 120 over to this side. 60 R is equal to 2400. Divide both sides by 60. And I get R is equal to, you have your calculators, hopefully you came up with 40. Now once I have that, I need to make sure that I answer the question because all I have is this R equals 40 thing, and that doesn't really answer my question. I need to answer the car's speed and I need to answer the truck's speed. Now I know I have speed because I have R, which is rate, so I need to figure out which R went with. Well, if I look back at the beginning, I have two R's, very confusing. But here I have my truck. My truck was my R, it's lined up. My truck is my R. So when I got R, I got my truck, and I'm going to put my units there. And then I'm going to look at my car, which is the rate plus 20, and I'm going to add 20 and get 60 miles per hour. Now I've completely solved the problem. You have several problems to work. based on these examples and what you learned on the Play-Doh modules. Please be sure to ask a tutor or an instructor if you have any questions at all on the problems you're trying to solve.